Hi there, let's start with the solving equations today, which is related to algebraic expression and rearranging of the term. Okay, so question 1 it says, solve 4g equals to 12. We're going to do rearrangement. G equal to 12 divided by 4, g equal to 3. And for question 2, do a rearrangement. X equals to 8 plus 3, x equals to 11. And then let's move on. For question 3, x equals to 7 minus 5, which is why we got the answer, x equals to 2. And question 4, we do the same thing. If you got addition on the left-hand side, then you need to subtract it on the right-hand side. X equals to 4 minus 7, x equals to minus 3. Okay, question 5, x over 4 equals to 7. If we were going to do a rearrangement, it's going to be x equals to 7 times 4. And the reason why we can do this is because on the left-hand side, it used to be x divided by 4. If you want to rearrange it towards the right-hand side, it's going to be 7 times 4. X equals to 4 times 7, which is 28. Okay, let's move on to question 6. X equals to 10 times 2. X equals to 20. For question 7, x would equal to 90 divided by 5. And the reason why it's a division is because on the left-hand side, it's multiplication. After the rearrangement towards the right-hand side, it have to be a division. And 90 divided by 5 equal to 80. For question 8, m equal to 3.7 times 5, which would equal to 18.5. Alright, let's move on to question 9. X equal to minus 24 divided by 3 is the same situation as before. If you got multiplication on the left-hand side, and if you were to rearrange it towards the right-hand side, you have to do the reverse operation, which is divided by 3. And minus 24 divided by 3 equal to minus 8. Let's move on to question 10. Let's do rearrangement of that constant value first. 2w equal to 13 plus 1. 2w equal to 14. W equal to 14 divided by 2. W equal to 7. For question 11, we do the same thing. Rearrange the constant value first. 3y equal to 22 minus 4. 3y equal to 18. Y equal to 18 divided by 3. Y equal to 6. Okay, let's move on. For question 12, 9c equal to 68 plus 4. 9c equal to 72. C equal to 72 divided by 9. C equal to 8. And then for question 13, we need to simplify the left-hand side of the equation first, before we do any rearrangement. 5y plus y give us 6y equal to 60. Y equal to 60 divided by 6. Y equal to 10. And for the next question, in this case we need to do rearrangement. C over 2 equal to 10 minus 3. C over 2 equal to 7. C equal to 7 times 2. C equal to 14 at the end. For question 15, 10y equal to 24 plus 3. 10y equal to 27. Y equal to 27 divided by 10. And then we're going to get a decimal out of this, 2.7. And then for question 16, 8w equal to 4 minus 20. 8w equal to minus 16. W equal to minus 16 divided by 8. W equal to minus 2. For question 17, it seems like that we need to do 2 rearrangement. 12 equal to 5 plus y. To be honest, I don't have to do this first step of rearrangement, but I would prefer doing this because after the rearrangement, I get rid of the minus sign in front of y, turns it into a plus y on the right-hand side, just to simplify the situation a bit. 12 minus 5 equal to y, 7 equal to y, and the answer is y equal to 7. Alright, and then let's move on to question 18. 4y equal to 18 plus 5. 4y equal to 23. Y equal to 23 divided by 4. And then we can see it's not going to be an integer, so it's totally fine for us to leave it as a fraction. There we go. Unless the question asks you to write it out as decimal. Okay. For question 19, I would rearrange the 4a towards the right-hand side first, because I want to get rid of the minus sign because it seems a bit problematic at this point. 18 equal to 2 plus 4a, 18 minus 2 equal to 4a, 16 equal to 4a, 16 divided by 4 equal to a, 4 equal to a, and the final answer is a equal to 4. Okay, and then let's move on to question 20. Do the rearrangement first. 3x equal to 9 times 4, 3x equals to 36, x equals to 36 divided by 3. The final answer is x equals to 12. For question 21, 2e equal to 14 plus 8, 2e equal to 22, e equal to 22 divided by 2. And the final answer is e equal to 11. Let's move on to question 22. W plus 3 equals to 6 times 4. W plus 3 equal to 24. W equal to 24 minus 3. And W equal to 21 at the very end. Let's move on to question 23. We see a bracket right there. We got two choices here. Either we can expand the bracket, simplify it right way, or I can keep the bracket like that and do a rearrangement of the 3. I think I'll show you guys both of the methods. I'm going to write the first one on the left-hand side. I'll write the second one on the right-hand side. Okay, so let's say we are going to expand the bracket. 3y plus 12 equal to 24. 3y equal to 24 minus 12. 3y equal to 12. Y equal to 12 divided by 3. Y equal to 4. That's the first method. We expand the bracket right way. The second method, I'll put it on the right-hand side. Y plus 4, that's what is inside the bracket. I didn't really expand it. Equal to 24 divided by 3. Y plus 4 equal to 8. Y equal to 8 minus 4. Y equal to 4. We reached the same answer at the end. And to be honest, I don't really mind which method you guys want to use in the exam because both of them are correct. Okay, let's move on. For question 24, we have the same situation as before. We can either expand the bracket or not expand the bracket. I think I'm going to go for the second method. 4w minus 1 equal to 39 divided by 3. 4w minus 1 equal to 13. 4w equal to 13 plus 1. 4w equal to 14. W equal to 14 divided by 4. You can leave the answer as a decimal or a fraction. I'm going to leave it as a fraction. W equal to 14 over 4. W equal to 7 over 2. And that is the final answer of the question. Let's move on to question 25. 2y plus 7. Let's keep the term inside the bracket together. Equal 20 divided by 5. 2y plus 7 equal to 4. 2y equal to 4 minus 7. 2y equal to minus 3. Y equal to minus 3 over 2. And that is the final answer for the question. For question 26, let's do the rearrangement of the denominator first. 2x minus 9 equal to 4 times 7. 2x minus 9 equal to 28. 2x equal to 28 plus 9. 2x equals to 37. Finally, x equal to 37 divided by 2. And once again, you can leave it as a fraction or a decimal. Okay, so for question 27, we got this algebraic expression on left-hand side and on the right-hand side. It's a bit more complicated and it indicates that we need to do more rearrangement. Let's focus on the algebraic expression, shall we? 7w plus 3 minus 5w equal to 9. What is 7w minus 5w? That's 2w. So 2w plus 3 equal to 9. Now it's simplified. Let's rearrange the constant value. 2w equal to 9 minus 3. 2w equal to 6. The final answer will be w equal to 6 divided by 2, which is 3 at the end. For question 28, we do the same thing as before. Focus on the algebraic expression first. 9x minus 2 minus 3x equal to 70. What is 9x minus 3x? That would give us 6x. 6x minus 2 equal to 70. Now that is simplified. 6x equals to 70 plus 2. 6x equals to 72. X equal to 72 divided by 6. X equals to 12. For question 29, let's do more rearrangement. I hope it will be okay for me to simplify my procedure a bit more. I'm going to do 2 rearrangement in one step. 8x plus 2x. I rearranged minus 2x from the right-hand side to the left-hand side of the equation, equal to 6 minus 1. I rearranged plus 1 from the left-hand side towards the right-hand side of the equation, and everything just happened in the same step. 10x equal to 5, x equals to 5 over 10, x equals to a half. Okay, let's move on to the next question. For question 30, I'll still do the 2 rearrangement in one step. 12x minus 7x equal to minus 4 minus 3. We can see that I have rearranged the 7x and the 3 in the same step, which would give us 5x equal to minus 7. The final answer is minus 7 over 5. For question 31, we just need to focus on the algebra expression in this case. 7x plus 4x equals to 61.6. 11x equal to 61.6. And then x equals to 61.6 divided by 11, which would give us the final answer, 5.6. For question 32, we got a bracket, we got algebraic expression on both sides of the equation, we got constant value on both sides of the equation, a bit more complicated than before, so here is my suggestion. Let's expand the bracket first. 7y plus 6 equal to 5y minus 10. Let's do the rearrangement, 2 rearrangement in one step. 7y minus 5y equal to minus 10 minus 6, which gives us 2y equal to minus 16. Y equal to minus 16 divided by 2, give us the final answer, minus 8. This is a very similar question as the last one that we saw. We're going to try to simplify the left-hand side by expanding the bracket. 8x minus 20 equal to 5x plus 4. We're going to do the rearrangement of the algebraic expression and the constant value at the same time. 8x minus 5x equal to 4 plus 20. 3x equal to 24. So the final answer will be x equal to 24 divided by 3, which is 8. For question 34, not only I got a bracket on the left-hand side, I also got a bracket on the right-hand side. So we definitely need to expand the bracket before we do anything else. Okay, on the left-hand side, we got 4x plus 2. On the right-hand side, we got 3x minus 12. Do the rearrangement. 4x minus 3x equal to minus 12 minus 2. X equals to minus 14, and that is the answer for the question. For question 35, they ask us to solve such an equation. Even though we got loads of terms, at least I only got one bracket in it. Let's still simplify it. 15c minus 10 minus 7c equal to 40 minus 2c. Let's simplify the left-hand side first before we do any rearrangement. 15c minus 7c would give us 8c minus 10 equal to 40 minus 2c. And then we can do the rearrangement together. 8c plus 2c equal to 40 plus 10. 10c equal to 50, which is why c equal to 50 divided by 10, which is 5. Okay, let's move on to the next page. For question 36, we got a fraction, we got algebraic expression. Let's get rid of the denominator first, shall we? 7 minus w equal to everything on the right-hand side times by 3. So I have to put everything on the right-hand side in a bracket. 3w minus 4 in a bracket times 3. And then let's simplify the bracket. 7 minus w equal to 9w minus 12. Let's do rearrangement. 7 plus 12 equal to 9w plus w. On the left-hand side, we got 19. On the right-hand side, we got 10w. So w, the final answer would be 19 divided by 10, which equal to 1.9. For question 37, like before, we need to simplify the fraction by getting rid of the denominator. Y plus 7 equal to 3 times y. Y plus 7 equal to 3y. Let's do rearrangement. 7 equal to 3y minus y. 7 equal to 2y, which is why the final answer is y equal to 7 divided by 2, which is 3.5. Okay, let's move on to the last page, shall we? For question 38, it says, in the grid above, each row adds up to the number to the right. Find the value of w, x, y, z. Based on the question, we need to focus on each row and then try to write out an equation out of that. Let's start with the first one. In the first row, we got w, 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 w. That means w plus w plus w plus w equal to 20. Simplify it a bit further. 4w equal to 20, which is why w equal to 20 divided by 4, which is 5. And then let's move on to the second row. Here it says w plus x equals to 24. We're going to simplify it into 2w plus 2x equal to 24. And bear in mind, we have already figured out the value for w, which is 5. So 2 times 5 plus 2x equal to 24. 10 plus 2x equal to 24. 2x equals to 24 minus 10. 2x equals to 14. X equals to 14 divided by 2, which is 7. Now that we got the answer of x, let's keep going to the next row. We got wxxy, so what that means is w plus 2x plus y equal to 25. We know the value of w, we know the value of x. Let's substitute it in this equation. 5 plus 2 times 7 plus y equal to 25. 5 plus 14 plus y equal to 25. 19 plus y equal to 25. Y equal to 25 minus 19. Y equal to 6. And then finally, let's move on to the very last row. It says wxyz. Okay, so let's just add all of them up together, shall we? W plus x plus y plus z equal to 30. Let's substitute everything that we know. We know w is 5, x is 7, y is 6. So we got 5 plus 7 plus 6 plus z equal to 30. 5 plus 7 plus 6, that would give us 18 plus z equal to 30. The final answer for z is 30 minus 18, which is 12. Okay, guys, I think that's pretty much it for solving the equation with algebra expression, together with rearrangement of the terms, algebra expression, etc., etc. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.